What's up, graphic designers? We're going to take some inspiration from this New York Times headline about a certain president and maybe their influences. And ultimately, we're going to create something that looks a little bit like this. Photoshop inspires. You like this? I like this. We're going to have 4 layers of either labbies or maybe celebrities or video game characters, people that you want to include in your project. So what are we doing? How do we start? We're going to use this template that I created, and I'm going to walk you through some of the fundamentals. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to grab this image of eHow, and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it to the blank tab, right, to our starting point. And when I look in the layers palette, I notice that there's already a layer mask here. I'm going to delete the layer mask by right-clicking the layer mask itself, and I'm going to click delete layer mask. So here's what I know. We're going to simply copy and paste images onto the blank. We're going to use the object selection tool, and I'm going to use the lasso just to sketch around eHow. And once we have something that looks a little bit like this, we're going to click the layer mask, aka the Japanese flag. And this looks good. I'm going to then switch to the rectangular marquee. I'm going to make a selection along the bottom. And then recognizing that we're on the layer mask, I'm going to press B for brush. Black is in the foreground. We can just paint this away. This looks great. Okay, so what are we going to do next? I'm going to go to our Google Photo album, and I'm going to press Command Control Shift 4. I'm going to create a selected screenshot, and we'll return to Photoshop. I'm going to press Command V. This looks great. I'm going to use the object selection tool, and I'm just going to sketch around. Keep our fingers crossed that it makes a nice selection, and it sure does. We're going to click the Japanese flag, aka the layer mask, and you know what? I'm not loving this, so we're going to do it one more time. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to use the object selection tool. Maybe make a selection that's a little bit tighter. We're always experimenting. And you know what? So this selection is not amazing. So what we could also do is just use the magnetic lasso. And I'm just going to go super quick. Sorry, I'm not doing the best job making the selection, but for the purpose of this, I think it's okay. We got a selection, and we're going to use the layer mask. Amazing. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to recognize that it should be a little bit bigger than the individual underneath. I'm going to press check to confirm. I'm going to press B for brush. Now we don't even really need a selection tool. We can just sort of paint away. And this all of a sudden, this looks pretty cool. I'm going to press Command T. I'm going to shrink it down just a tad. And I'm going to rotate. And we've got one layer down. We've got a few layers to go so that we create something that looks a little bit like this. Or ideally, something that looks even better. You're going to think about a headline. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Good luck.